The world is running out of time. Fossil fuels are fading. The planet is heating faster than we can adapt. But while governments argue, scientists are quietly inventing technologies that could power humanity forever. Systems so advanced they could rewrite the laws of energy itself. Stay until the end, because what you'll see at number 1 could make oil, coal, and nuclear power completely obsolete. These are the 10 energy breakthroughs that could power the future. Number 10. Orbital solar power stations. High above Earth, beyond clouds and darkness, lies a new source of energy, sunlight that never ends. The idea of orbital solar power was once pure science fiction. Launch massive solar panels into orbit, collect sunlight 24 hours a day, and beam it back to Earth as clean electricity. China is leading the charge. Engineers in Chongqing recently tested a prototype that successfully transmitted wireless power over 50 meters. The next step is scaling that distance to hundreds of kilometers from orbit to ground. Each orbital satellite would be as wide as a football field, covered in ultra-light photovoltaic sheets. They'd convert solar energy into microwaves and send it safely to giant receivers on Earth. Unlike traditional solar farms, these satellites aren't affected by clouds or nightfall. They work non-stop, every second of every day. By 2035, China plans to power entire cities this way. If successful, it would mean the world's first permanent solar grid, powered directly from space, a sun that never sets, built by human hands. Number 9. Tokamak fusion reactors. Imagine harnessing the same power that lights the stars. That's what's happening inside the tokamak, a reactor that can reach temperatures of 150 million degrees Celsius, 5 times hotter than the sun's core. Inside its steel chamber, hydrogen atoms are crushed together by magnetic fields until they fuse, releasing colossal amounts of energy, the same process that powers the universe. The difference: no radiation, no carbon, no waste. China's East Tokamak has already sustained this reaction for 17 minutes, setting a global record. Meanwhile, France's ITER project aims to create a fusion system that generates 10 times more energy than it consumes. If fusion succeeds, 1 glass of seawater could power a home for a lifetime. The oceans would become humanity's ultimate fuel source. This is more than a discovery. It's the first step toward an age of infinite, clean power. Number 8. Bladeless wind turbines. The wind has always been a source of energy, but spinning blades come with problems: noise, danger to birds, and high maintenance costs. Now a new invention is changing everything: the Vortex bladeless turbine. It looks like a tall, flexible column. No blades, no gears. When the wind passes, it makes the tower vibrate, and that vibration is converted into electricity using electromagnetic induction. The result: a silent, motionless generator that can last decades with almost zero maintenance. Because they're compact and lightweight, these turbines can be installed in urban areas, rooftops, or deserts, where traditional turbines don't work. They're 70% cheaper to produce and completely recyclable. One field of these could power thousands of homes without a single rotating part. It's clean energy you can't even hear. Invisible, endless, and unstoppable. Number 7. Liquid metal batteries. Renewable energy is powerful, but unpredictable. When the wind stops or the sun sets, electricity fades. The challenge isn't making power, it's storing it. MIT professor Donald Sadoway created a battery that could change everything: the liquid metal battery. Instead of lithium, it uses molten metals, magnesium, antimony, and salt that separate naturally by density. The design is simple, but genius. It allows massive electric flow without degradation. These batteries can last 20 years without losing capacity, handle extreme heat, and store enough power to keep cities running all night. They're already being tested in large grids in Massachusetts and China. If adopted globally, liquid metal batteries could finally make solar and wind reliable 24/7, turning renewable energy into a true replacement for fossil fuels. This is not a battery. It's the heart of a new electrical civilization. Number 6. Ocean thermal energy conversion. The ocean isn't just a source of life. It's a source of endless power. Ocean thermal energy conversion, or OTEC, works by using the natural temperature difference between warm surface water and cold deep water to drive turbines. The concept sounds simple, but the impact is enormous. A single OTEC plant can generate constant, renewable electricity 24 hours a day. No sunlight, no wind, no downtime. China's Hainan Island project aims to create the world's largest OTEC facility, capable of powering entire coastal cities using only seawater. Because the ocean covers over 70% of the planet, this technology could theoretically meet all of Earth's energy needs without emitting a single gram of carbon. Imagine cities that hum quietly on ocean energy. No smoke, no noise, just the rhythm of the tides. Number 5. Perovskite solar cells. Solar power is booming, but silicon panels are expensive, rigid, and hard to recycle. The future belongs to perovskite, a new material that's breaking every rule in solar design. Perovskite solar cells are light, flexible, and printable. You can coat them on windows, vehicles, even clothing, turning everything into a solar surface. Recent breakthroughs have achieved efficiencies above 33%, surpassing silicon panels while costing half as much. They can even be layered on existing panels to double power output. Imagine skyscrapers where every window generates electricity, or cars that charge while they drive. That's not imagination. That's perovskite, a revolution, so thin you can roll it up, but powerful enough to energize the world. Number 4. Sand and salt batteries. Some of the world's smartest engineers are turning to something ancient: sand and salt. In Finland, China, and Saudi Arabia, scientists have built massive energy silos that store heat in tons of sand or molten salt. When renewable energy is abundant, it's used to heat the material up to 600 degrees Celsius. That heat can be held for months, then released to produce electricity or warm cities during winter. The first commercial sand battery in Finland now powers a small town, silently, safely, and with zero emissions. These systems are cheap, scalable, and last for decades. They turn nature's simplest materials into giant rechargeable batteries for the planet. In a future powered by renewables, sand could be the secret ingredient that keeps the lights on. Number 3. Artificial photosynthesis reactors. For billions of years, plants have turned sunlight into energy. Now humanity has finally learned to copy them. Artificial photosynthesis uses sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide to create hydrogen fuel, just like plants turn light into sugar. Chinese scientists recently built an artificial leaf that splits water molecules using nanomaterials. The process produces hydrogen gas, which can be stored and used later to power vehicles, homes, and even aircraft, with water as the only byproduct. Unlike solar panels, this technology doesn't just generate electricity. It makes a storable, portable fuel. If commercialized, it could replace gasoline entirely, creating a planet powered by light and air. It's nature's miracle, reinvented by science. Number 2. Deep geothermal supergrids. Beneath our feet lies a hidden sun, a source of heat powerful enough to power every city on Earth. The problem? We've never been able to reach it. Until now. New plasma drilling technology is changing that. Companies in China, the US, and Iceland are developing drills that vaporize rock using plasma and lasers, reaching depths of 20 kilometers, where temperatures exceed 500 degrees C. At that level, steam can generate electricity continuously, day or night, rain or shine. One well could power thousands of homes for decades without maintenance. Iceland already gets 90% of its heating this way. If deep geothermal drilling spreads worldwide, the planet itself could become humanity's biggest battery. Infinite, clean, and unstoppable. Number 1. Stellarator fusion machines. If tokamaks are humanity's first artificial suns, stellarators are their perfected form. These twisted, snake-like reactors use superconducting coils to stabilize plasma, making fusion possible without constant adjustments. They're safer, more efficient, and can operate continuously for years. Germany's Wendelstein 7X and China's CFETR project are leading the charge. The goal: reactors that produce more energy than any plant in history, with no pollution, no meltdown risk, and fuel drawn from seawater. A stellarator could run for decades on a few kilograms of hydrogen, It's the closest humanity has ever come to creating a star on Earth. And once it works, energy scarcity will be a relic of the past. Bonus: the Space Mirror Project. It sounds insane, but it's real. China's Chengdu Space Mirror program plans to launch giant orbital mirrors that reflect sunlight onto cities at night, replacing streetlights and reducing energy consumption by 30%. Each mirror could illuminate areas up to 80 square kilometers. It's experimental, controversial, and bold, but it shows how far humanity is willing to go to chase light. Because in the end, every breakthrough begins with the same idea. What if we could control the sun itself? From stars built in labs to sand that stores heat, humanity is entering the greatest transformation since fire. These breakthroughs aren't just inventions, they're survival. Every panel, every turbine, every spark is a step toward freedom. Freedom from pollution, dependence, and extinction. The old world runs on smoke. The new one runs on brilliance. Which of these technologies amazed you the most? Would you trust your city to run on sunlight from space, or the power of a man-made star? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible breakthroughs shaping our future. See you in the next one.